Hi, my name is Michael Figueroa, and I'm a cloud solution specialist with the Answer Company, Acumatica's top Canadian partner in the construction industry. With over 250 successful construction ERP implementations under our belt, we take our deep knowledge of real-world use cases and leverage Acumatica's flexible platform to deliver powerful solutions that enhance your team's workflows. Today, I want to showcase the out-of-the-box work-in-progress reports, which are critical to understanding your job's performance, adherence to the budget, and monitoring gross profit. First thing is I'm going to navigate to our construction workspace, and under our reports section here, we will take a look at our out-of-the-box project WIP report. As you'll see on screen, there are a few different filters that you can apply at the start. Things like applying a filter for which company you are looking at. You may have a multi-entity environment with companies doing projects in different areas. So this could be something that you could use to slice and dice between the different entities in your environment. You can, of course, select a project specifically that you want to view, or keep it blank, as I will do right now, to view all projects. We can also take a look at filtering by the status, looking at the start and end period of this report. And the final part is looking at your WIP report either based on your cost budget or your cost projections. I'm just going to simply change the date range here so we can see the full range of information. And I'm going to run this report. What you'll see on screen here is on the left-hand side, a breakdown of all the different projects in the system that meet the criteria that we set out at the beginning of this report. We have the description, the status, and more importantly, we start seeing some numbers here. The first section is looking at our contract amounts. And what I want to highlight is that Acumatica does a really good job of breaking down the numbers in 4 different buckets. Your original, budgeted change orders, pending change orders, and revised budget. This is important because a lot of legacy systems out there don't actually show these middle 2 columns. They show your original and your revised, which does become a little bit challenging when you go back to try and audit what has happened in terms of changes in the project scope and not being able to see these numbers broken out independently. This 4-bucket view continues on as we review our estimated costs and our commitments as well. In the commitment section, we see approved and pending as well. Moving forward, we have a couple of other sections that open up, like the projected costs at completion, looking at our gross profit, and then up here, based on the time frame that we first set up here in the reports, we can see other things like costs and billings. Specifically, down here, we see our over and under billings that are quite important to review what's going on there. And then we also get this section for forecasting, which takes a look at our revenue backlog and our gross profit backlog as well. The final column in our standardized report here is the remaining contract value, to review that with your team and see what is left to accomplish within that project. Now, some teams would prefer to view their WIP reports in more detail. And so what we can actually do in this case is go back into our construction workspace and look at our project WIP detail. The main difference here is that you will now have the opportunity to review those same columns zoomed in on a particular project, looking at the tasks and the cost codes related to said project. So here I'm just going to type in a project that I know has some data, and we are going to select that from our area here. I'm going to change the period again. We're going to keep it as the cost budget, and we're going to run this report. As you'll see here, The project that we're inspecting now opens up looking at our project tasks with their descriptions and their cost codes. This now allows us to see a clearer perspective of what has gone on in terms of the financials within the columns that we were looking at. So over here, we see the same 4-bucket approach for our contract amounts, estimated costs, commitments, and the rest of the information. If I scroll all the way to the second page of this report, we will see that the project tasks and cost codes continue until the end of the current work breakdown structure. And you also get this nice total summary at the bottom here for all of these numbers. For this style of report, it is something that you may want to send out to other folks in the organization. So being able to print this out is very, very simple to do. You can even send this off as a PDF attachment to someone in the organization or someone in an external fashion. As you can see here, a file is attached with a PDF document of this report itself. And then finally here, for exporting purposes, we have the same PDF and the Excel file as well. Acumatica is very friendly in order to export data into Excel for further use cases. Acumatica's Construction Edition has plenty of useful tools and reports right out of the box, just like these, which are designed to make the financial review of jobs more efficient and clearer for all involved. This ease of use gives your team hours of time back, time that otherwise would be spent tediously consolidating data in spreadsheets, pulling multiple reports, just to try and get a sense of what's going on with your projects. At the Answer Company, we strive to really partner with our customers to understand their specific use cases and deliver solutions that propel their business forward. If you want to learn more about Acumatica, reach out to our team to start the conversation. Links will be on screen and in the description.